Hello, my name is Michael Evans.
And I'm Player X.
Half of our team couldn't be here for various reasons, so we thought we're going to play a two-player game. We're going to play BattleCON, Trials of Indines. Basically what this is a fighter game, like Street Fighter, games like Mortal Kombat, games like that, only in card form. So what happens is we have two different types of cards. We have the style and we have the base cards. Each player will put them down, face down. Then at the same time we'll flip them over and show what we have. The first thing we do, we look at the priority, see who goes first, showing out who the active player is. Then we go through the cards and we'll explain as we go along. Now we each have a special character. Each character has a reference card that you give to the other player. This is one of those games where everybody knows what everyone else is capable of. They don't know what they're going to be throwing at them at any one given time. Now, I am playing Marjoram Alexian, and Player X is playing
Lucida Malphase. Yeah, Lucida Malphase, that's it.
First thing we do, we take we have finisher cards, and they have two sides. We decide which side we're going to use. We're going to put it face down, we're going to put it with our hand over it, and then at the same time we're going to reveal which one we're going to use. Okay, 1, 2, 3, reveal. So I'm going to use a faux hammer, and when we get to use it, we'll explain what they do. What's yours you're using?
Embalming Extraction.
Embalming Extraction. Sounds like fun. So this is what we're going, when we use our finisher, we're going to use that. We get one-time use. Now, it is possible for us to switch them over. Oh yes. We start out, we have 20 life. We have 3 tokens that we can use. We have the defense up, the speed up, and the power up. The defense up, so that way we can take more hits without being stunned. The speed up lets us hit faster, so hopefully we get our attack in before the other person. And the power up, or gives more power to our attacks. We have 2 force each, and it takes 2 force to use one of these tokens. We'll get to that in a moment. First step, we choose a base and a style. So put them face down. Now, before we reveal, we decide we do the ante-face, which is when you can use any tokens that you have. You can, if you have tokens that you can use tokens now. If you want to spend your force to use these, you can. You can pass, but if one player passes and another player goes, it goes back to the first player, and they can decide to ante up again. So it goes until both players pass, and we go to the next phase. So I am not going to do anything.
No.
Not going to do anything. So we pass the ante phase, and now we do the reveal phase. First thing we do is we look at the priority, the numbers in yellow. I have 1 plus 3, which is 4. And you have 5 minus 1, which is 4. Which gets us to what happens when we have a tie. We then go back and we choose another base each. We put it face down until we're both ready to reveal, and we'll both reveal now. I have 1 plus 3, you have 4 minus 1. So I have 4 and you have 3. So now that means I go first. Now we look at it. Do you have any powers that say beginning of beat? Each round is called a beat.
Start of beat.
Start of beat.
Advance 3 spaces.
Okay, so you move. So it says 3. Advance
it says 3, not up to.
Yeah, if it says a specific number, you have to move that many. And the space. So I'm here. Player X is here, and he has to move 1, 2, 3. Because what happens is if you are when you're going over another player, that space does not count because you do not land on that space. So when you're counting, you do not count the space that another player is on. Now, okay, so that was before the start of beat. So now I have priority, so I go first before activating. If you were hit this beat, gain +2 power. So I was not hit this beat, so I do not gain power, unfortunately. I do, however, do 3 points of damage. Do you have anything on your card that says soak?
I do not have any soak.
If you have soak, soak takes damage from the attack. If you don't have that, so you're taking 3 damage. Oh wait, I have a range of 1.
Yeah.
He is 1, 2 away from me, which means I do not hit him. I was not looking at range when I was using my attacks. The first one would have done it, but I was not looking at range when I was doing my attack. So I am not within range, so I do not do an attack. I, however, have stun guard 5 plus stun guard 5, which means stun guard 10. So if he was going for me, and he would have to do at least 11 points of damage before he would stun me. Stun means you cannot do anything this, when it comes to your turn this beat. Doesn't matter. So what do you have?
I have advance before activating. Advance 1 or 2 spaces.
Okay, so now you go to your before activating. So you do that first.
Now, since I'm on your other side, do I advance towards you?
Yes.
Okay.
Advance is always towards the enemy. Retreat is away.
All right. So I believe I should advance 1 space. And now my attack of range 1. Oh look, I'm at range 1 now.
You have range of 1, which means I am within range.
Then a power of 4.
So I have stun guard, but I do not have soak, so I take away 4 health tokens. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I was hit. That means I got +2 power this beat. Unfortunately, I've already activated this beat, which means nothing. Which means that does not help me. So at the end of the beat, we've both done everything. Is there anything? Do you have anything at the end of beat?
No end of beat. The only thing is stun immunity at range 1.
So what we do, we take the bottom base, put it back in our hand. Only the top base, the base that we use, is counter for this. We take these 2 cards. First, we take the 2 cards in the first spot, put them back in our hand. Move over the next ones. Put these here. Because there's always going to be 2. There's always going to be 2 sets that you can't use. So basically, you're always cycling through. So as they're being used, you get the old one back. They keep moving through that way. Which means your cards are changing. Now, this reference sheet, the reference card, tells you what cards they have available to them and what they do. So you always know what they have available. You just know what they're going to play. So now we start over again. We start with the auction again. Okay. So on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. Oh, we forgot to were you going to ante anything?
No.
I wasn't going to ante anything either. So, I probably should have, but I didn't. It wouldn't have helped me anyway. I thought because I was going to do... Oh! At the start of the beat, we would have gotten another force token.
Okay.
Once we run out of force tokens,
So
the game ends, or when someone is
on the
taken
second
down.
beat, not after the second beat.
Yep.
Okay.
So we should have had 3 for the anti-phase. Something to pay. That's something you got to pay attention to, is gaining those force tokens, because that's something I keep forgetting. So my priority is 2, and your priority is 5. You go slightly faster than I do.
With my attack of sharpened teeth.
Okay, so what is your range? Your range is...
Range is 1.
Start of beat. I get to retreat 1 or 2 spaces.
Ooh.
1, 2. Your range is 1.
Alright. Before activating, you may discard a vicious token from your token pool. If you do, pull the opponent 1 space.
It's not going to help you.
No, it's not.
But don't worry, I can still hit you.
After activating, on a hit? Nope. After activating, if this attack did not hit any opponents, gain a vicious token from your token discard to your token pool.
Do you start? Does your card say you start out with those in your pool or your discard?
Let's see. For token discard. Now, do these start off in the pool?
Those, yeah. Well, these aren't. Those are your.
Yes,
those are the ones you're talking about.
But do these start off in the pool?
Yes. Well, yes. These are always available to you.
All right. So I'll put the discard on this side. So.
But I've been forgetting. I have My special power is I have 2 trait cards. At the start of each beat, I'm supposed to choose one. And I haven't been doing that. I'm supposed to reveal at the real stage. So, there's a slight learning curve to this game. Once you get into it, it's not bad. I haven't played this very often.
Well, in the words of a certain Mr. Buns.
So you're finished yours, and you can't do anything. Now I get to activate. And a range of 2 to 3. Which means 1, 2, 3. A hit of 3.
Ooh.
Do you have anything that says soak?
No sponges.
So you take 3 points of damage.
1, 2, 3.
And next beat, we're going to have to remember this. Next beat, oh, I'm going to have that on front so I'll be able to see it. Next beat, you have -2 power.
Ooh.
So if you hit me, you do 2 less damage. And after activating, you have +1 power next beat. So next beat, I'll get an extra, do extra damage, and he'll do less damage. So this was a really nice one. And that is that for that beat, I believe. Do you have anything that says end of beat?
Nope.
Okay, so we get the next 2 cards back. These move over. These go here. Oh, remember, I have these to choose from.
And also, before the start of the beat.
Thank you.
And then the anti-phase.
Now, when you're doing ranged, if you have, like I say, mine's not a good one for this, but if you had the range, if your style had a plus number, a positive number, like I say, if that was 2, that would become a range of 4 to 5. If that was a -1, it'd be 1 to 2. You add your style to your range. Now, if there's a range of range, like say where this is 2 to 3, if your style had a 2 to 3 as well, you would add the lower number to the range. Plus, if you had a 1 and it was 2 to 3, it would be 3 to 4. If you had 2 to 3 and 2 to 3, it would be 4 to 5.
And remember, my penalty and your bonus.
Yes. Okay. Now we're gonna show these. Ready?
Ready?
Okay, good. And then I'm gonna show this one. So, reveal. If your printed power is lower than the opponent's printed power. Oh, were you going to do the ante? Oh, you already anteed? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Spend 2.
I wasn't going to do anything. So anyway, so what is your power?
My power.
0. So this does not help me, but it doesn't matter because you're not doing damage to me anyways. So we look at priority, and
3,
go
4,
first.
5.
Okay. Do you have any before
Start.
activating?
Let's see, there is no before activating, but start of beat.
I have it before activating.
Okay.
Advance 1 or 2 spaces.
Start of beat. Move 1, 2, or 3 spaces. If you switch sides with an opponent, the opponent cannot hit you this beat.
Then after activation, I can retreat 1 or 2 spaces. So that beat was pointless. We now take these back.
And does this goes right back to here, right?
Pardon? Yes, it goes back to your thing. So now we choose.
Oh, now we
Get 1 more force. We choose our
we
cards.
decide if we want to ante up.
I still need to do
Remember,
that. Okay.
just
Now we
like-
decide to ante up. Are you going to ante up?
And since it's the round after, I don't have the -1 to power.
Yes. You do not have the -1 to power. Do not have the +2.
Yeah, I think I will ante.
I'm going to. You going to ante anything else? Well, you still have that token you can play on me.
This. Okay.
I believe you can play that. Or I don't know if you have to use a card for that or not, to play on me or not.
Okay, the tokens begin in the discard pile. On a hit, give your opponent a vicious token from your token discard on its penalty side. At the end of the next beat, the vicious token that was active on the opponent flips to its reward side and enters my token pool. During the ante phase, I get to give you from this.
Okay.
And, well, when it's in here, it's in the ante up to these reward. Can ante up to the... Oh, okay, so I can ante up rewards. Now, when you see the ante's vicious token for the reward effect, they go into the token discard immediately. Okay. So, if I hit you, I can give you one of these. Then, once its effect wears off, it goes to here, and I can use
then
it
you
for
can
bonuses.
then you can use it for bonuses, and it goes in your discard pile, and you can put it on me, and there you go.
Okay, instead of anteing this, I'll ante this.
I'm going to pass for now. Are you going to ante anything else?
I'm going to pass.
We're finished ante phase because we both passed. Now we flip these over. I have 6 priority.
I do not have 6 priority.
Do you have any before the start of beat?
I do. I have start of beat.
Okay, what's your start of beat?
Advance 3 spaces.
Okay.
So that would be 1, 2,
3, I believe. Yes. Before activating, each opponent with lower priority than you may retreat up to 3 spaces.
I do not think I shall retreat up to 3 spaces. Either that or I will show.
Oh, I forgot to show what my power was. Sorry. Before you decide, I'm going to show what my tactical card I chose was. Reveal. If your printed power is higher than the opponent's printed power, gain +2 power. Mine is 5.
Mine is 5. My printed power is 5.
Yep. Okay. Before activating, if you have lower priority than any opponent, you may advance 1 or 2 spaces. Before activating, advance 1 or 2 spaces. And now I hit you for 6 because I got the power up, which gives me +1 power, which gives me an extra point of damage to you.
I have built-in redundancy. Stun guard 5, stun immunity at range 1.
I should have advanced 2 spaces. No, I couldn't have. Again, I couldn't have hit you. Well, still, you take 6 points of damage.
Is there any way to get damage back in this?
Only if you have cards that give you, which I don't believe artists do. We have basic ones. Okay, so that's me.
Alright.
You have a range of 1.
And a range of 1. Power of 4, 5, 6, 7.
Ouch. And what else does it do?
That's it.
Okay, 7 points of damage.
Insatiable strike.
Okay. That's not going as well for me as I was hoping. So we now take these ones back.
And you get a
Oh,
happy
yes.
one of these.
Yay, so next turn I get a loose stun guard and soak. Ouch. That is not good for me. Gotcha.
No, it's not. Worse for you, worse for me.
Are you anting anything? When you were spending your force, were you putting them back in the
Yep.
I don't think you're supposed to. I think you're supposed to go out of the game. I'm not sure. Let us know in the comments for sure. I'm pretty sure it goes out of the game. Because basically it has the timer as well. So, just from now on, we'll just...
Okay, where it says stun guard 2 instead of stun guard plus 2. Does that transparency or add to?
It's that too. And all stun guards add together.
Okay.
So anything, like say if you have a card that says stun guard 5, card that says stun guard 4, and you have that says stun guard 2, it would be 5, 4, 9, 11. It would be 11. Okay, so
Of course, stun guard cannot add to immunity.
Oh, I forgot to antes. I was actually going to ante. Oh, well, it doesn't really matter. So, my tactical card is reveal if your printed power is higher than the opponent's printed power, gain +2. You have 5. I wasn't expecting 2, but the other one was soak, so it didn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
That was sort of a, a throwaway thing. I have priority 2. You have priority 2. So that means new base cards.
Ooh.
Okay, and flip. Oh, I was hoping you weren't going to have a higher number than me. I have 3, you have 4.
Yep.
So this one's going to let me run away. That's why I wanted that one. You have priority, and I have no... My Stoke and Stun Guard don't matter.
Neener.
5 points of damage?
Let's see. Before activating advance, wear 2 spaces. Before activating, you may discard a vicious token from your token pool. I don't have that. After activating, if the attack did not hit, but it did. So I advance 1.
I use 5. It's not going well for me.
No, it's not. It's like I might not even have to use my embalming extraction.
Although next turn, I get a +1 power on my next beat.
And let's go with, you get this.
So we take the bottom base, put it back in our thing. Take these, put these back, move that over, put that back.
Did you get a force token this?
No, thank you.
Might be why you're losing. You're not spending your force tokens.
Probably. Everyone has a force special action card. If you have force equal to your life, you can use your final. You can use your finisher move. If you have less force than your life, you gain an extra force, and you can flip it over if you want to. But you have your force special action, which means I have more force in my life, which means I could use that if I want to. And this one lets me... So basically when you do that, you only use this card. You don't use any other cards. This will go out of game. You only get 1 time with it.
So it says, if your force is less than your current life, gain 1 force and may change your finisher to its other side. But you still can't use it at that point?
No, you have to have a force equal to or greater than your life.
Okay.
Are you anti anything?
I am not anteing anything as it costs 2 to ante something. And I have 1.
I'm going to... Okay, so flip. And so if your printed power is lower than the opponent's, gain 2 soak guard. What is your printed power?
4.
I have 3. So I get 2 soak, +2 soak.
Okay.
I have, so that gives me a soak of 3, because 2 and 1 is 3. I have stun guard of 9. What's your priority?
1.
I have 4, so I go first anyways.
Mm-hmm.
For activating, if you were hit this beat, gain +2 power. I wasn't. Put that and this, put that bonus and this bonus, that negative, cancel each other out. So I do 3 damage. Do you have any soak?
I have soak 1.
So I do 2 damage.
Stun guard 1, stun guard 2.
So that means, so you take 2 damage. So get rid of the 5 and put 3 back. And you're not stunned, so basically you can hit me back, unfortunately.
Yep. And I have ignore soak.
You jerk face jerk. It doesn't matter because that's just for for soak.
Yep.
Oh.
Oh look, power 4.
That was BattleCon. Now we're trying to do this new way. So I'm going to have a link for my opinion of the game. Player X may chime in, I don't know, from behind the camera, since 2 of our people are missing. But I will have a link for that video up in the description, and if I figure it out, up in the corner. So please join us for that.